Hello, and welcome to the 2017 Syttende Mai Parade. I'm Mary Carol Verdon.
And I'm Laura Trotter, the Director of the Chamber of Commerce.
We're excited to be here today. It's going to be a great parade. It's a beautiful day for bunnads and Norwegian sweaters. There's not a speck of rain in the air. And here come the police, leading off the parade.
Getting lots of waves from the crowd.
Everybody on their feet for the flag. This year, the parade judges have awarded the police department the Judge's Choice Award, the one they like the best. And they say thank you for your service to our police department.
Stoughton's area EMS is next. They do a wonderful job all year long in the community.
And they help out more than just immediate city of Stoughton. They service the whole area around here. They're always looking for volunteers, by the way. So if you have any interest, get a hold of the EMS department.
Here comes our fire department. You know, I'm pretty involved in the planning of the festival, and the city staff is absolutely wonderful to work with.
Look at the fire department. They look fabulous, marching behind the EMS. I think that's new this year, with the axes marching.
I don't remember seeing
I don't
that in
ever
the past,
remember
yeah.
that. The fire department color guard, indeed, that's brand new. They look great. And the fire equipment. The kids always love seeing the fire trucks.
They keep them in such great shape.
They do. They get them all polished up.
They're featured in our Victorian holiday in December, and they get them adorned with lights.
Yep. And then there's a party after the light parade at the fire station.
Right.
Kids can come down and meet Santa and have cookies and cocoa.
Exactly.
Cookies and cocoa sound pretty good today.
They do, yes. Lots of waves from the crowd for the firemen, too. Here's another fire truck.
The Stoughton Police Department has over 20 sworn police officers and 5 dispatchers working to take care of Stoughton. Next up is the VFW Post 7591 Color Guard. Always another crowd favorite with their shiny helmets.
The VFW and the American Legion have been working really hard on our Veterans Memorial Park, and we're very proud that that's happening at the north side of Stoughton.
Kids in the truck and the color guard. They have their safety car out. You know, looking at their shiny helmets reminds me of how much polishing goes on just to be in the parade between the fire trucks and the Budweiser wagon and all the different things that have to be spit polished and shined to come out for Syttende Mai.
Here's the POW MIA.
Ladies Auxiliary. And here's the safety car.
That's a classic car.
That's a classic. Beautiful. Also all polished
Yes,
up.
you're right.
I'd never thought of that before.
I'm glad that it's not raining on their polished job.
That's right. All that work.
Yep. and you can hear what's coming next. Stoughton's finest, the Stoughton High School Band. I'm partial to the tuba players because my son is one of them.
Ah, yesterday we had one of the percussionists on helping me do the children's parade
Nice.
yesterday.
And
Brian went.
the color guard there, has been resurrected recently, and they do a great job.
Let's stop and listen to the band.
That's Dan Schmidt, the director of the band. Looking smart.
They look great. It's a good day for uniforms.
Yes.
Not too hot.
Sometimes you just really feel for the kids in
Yep.
their uniforms, but
Yep.
not today.
I think they're getting ready to do a fundraiser too for new uniforms. About 2 years from now. So if you want to get involved in buying new uniforms, help volunteer. Here's the M35A2 cargo truck and trailer, the Deuce and a Half. It's licensed as a historic military vehicle, built in 1970 by Kaiser Jeep Corporation. It weighs 13,000 pounds.
This engine is a multi-fuel engine, which means you can burn diesel, gas, fuel oil, or kerosene to keep the truck moving.
It's used to transport food, supplies, ammunition, and soldiers to the front lines.
It was capable of maneuvering very rough terrain with its 6-wheel drive and a winch in front if needed.
And a reminder behind it that freedom is not free. These are the American Legion Riders from Post 59 and the VFW Riders.
This is the 10th year the American Legion Riders have led the Stoughton Veterans Group in the parade. The Stoughton Veterans have a float in the parade since its inception.
These riders are from District 3, which covers the territory of Dane, Richland, Crawford, Grant, Iowa, Greene, and Lafayette County. And more polish on those motorcycles.
We are shiny today.
We are. Sparkling in the bits of sunshine between the clouds. But no raindrops.
No raindrops.
Yay. It's a nice crowd here today. Been busy all morning. People getting great Norwegian treats.
Yep, and cheese curds and brats.
Hamburgers.
Kettle corn.
Yep.
The festival is at its finest on Sunday.
They have their own colors on the lead bikes. Being a veterans organization, they're happy to be part of the Syttende Mai Parade. And here come some of the seniors. The veterans riding on the float.
All of them have given great service to the country.
Do you think the cute little dog in the semi is a veteran too?
I do know that the VFW post here in Stoughton is the mother post. It is the first officially sanctioned post in Wisconsin. They beat another town by an hour.
Well, that seems appropriate for Stoughton.
Correct.
Yeah, and we had a little rain yesterday, but that did not slow this festival down at all. You can't stop a good Norwegian.
I'll tell you, I'm really appreciative of how people just brave the elements and come on down. The Norwegians have a saying: "There's no such thing as bad weather, only bad gear." So if you're prepared, you can survive.
Next up is Deerfield High School Band. It's 40 student musicians in grades 9 through 12.
It's directed by Mr. Roder Pedersen. It looks like about 40 students. And now we have our local Boy Scouts.
Local Boy Scouts, Cub Scout Pack 161, established in 1962.
It's boys in grades 1 through 5 from Fox Prairie and Kagansa elementary schools. Its a charter organization is Christ Lutheran Church in Stoughton.
All you need to do if your son is interested in joining is go to beascout.org and look for the organization. Get them signed up.
It's a large group, isn't it?
It is, and they look like they're having a great time.
Yep. And look at how many adults are supporting them. It's great to see.
And right behind them, they have one of their tents and a couple of Wisconsin deer.
Yep.
You know, the badges that the kids can earn now are so amazing. Here's our Citizen of the Year.
It's Mr. Miller, who is a Boy Scout leader, not a Cub Scout leader.
Ah.
And then Ian Bormet. They both won jointly. Congratulations.
I think this is one of those awards that if you know somebody who you think deserves it, you can nominate them.
Yes. Yeah.
By getting a hold of City Hall.
Mr. Miller has been a leader.
Oh, and here comes the most exciting unit of the day, the Budweiser Clydesdales.
This is a new entry for us, and there are only 3 or 4 Budweiser teams in the whole United States, so we're very lucky to have them.
This one's based in St. Louis. They travel with 10 horses, so they can always hitch up 8. Normally they have a Dalmatian, but he's off today.
They are majestic.
They are amazing.
And you know, of course, that they're famous because the Budweiser company used a team of Clydesdales to deliver the very first keg of beer to the White House after Prohibition.
Yep, they were
a gift. They've been a part of the Budweiser brand ever since.
Yep, they were a gift to August Bush from his kids.
Is that right?
As a celebration of the end of Prohibition.
Excellent. Always a crowd pleaser. We had one Clydesdale on display yesterday in the entertainment tent, and people lined up.
Yeah.
They wanted a picture with this beautiful horse.
They're capable, each one of those horses is capable of pulling a 1-ton load at 5 miles an hour.
And no strangers to television broadcasts and parades, the Budweiser Clydesdales have figured prominently in 2 presidential inaugurations.
And here's the WKOW 27 Storm Track team, Bob Lindmeyer and Mac Taparis.
WKOW is the only station with 5 meteorologists. They're not all here. Someone had to stay back and forecast this beautiful weather. I think that's a stretch. You can see Bob weeknights and Mac's weeknights. Excuse me, Bob weeknights and Mac's weekends on WKOW.
This is Bob's 25th appearance in the Syttende Mai Parade.
How about that?
Here he is right in front of the camera.
I know he enjoys coming to this festival.
And they call him first thing in the morning, every morning of the parade to say, what's it going to be? And here's Business of the Year, Moyers Inc. and Cummings Inc.
Excellent. Jeff Moyer is a landscaper and just a very involved member of the community. And Cummins, of course, is a pretty major employer here in town.
You know, that Budweiser team won the showmanship award from our judges this year.
Excellent. Looks like Mr. Moyer has one of his daughters in the car with him.
Yeah,
How
the
special.
kids. And Jeannie Dunbar's driving the car. We got a couple Cummins
Oh, yeah.
reps on the motorcycles with them. Here comes the rocket cycle.
This one's always a crowd pleaser. I don't know how he does that.
That's TJ Howell riding his rocket cycle. Everybody's favorite. He's ridden his one-wheeled wonder in over 100 parades and events all across the Midwest.
His rocket cycle is one big wheel with rider and engine inside its circumference. It's similar to a unicycle, however, instead of sitting above the wheel, the rider sits inside.
Look at him go.
So close to the road. I don't know. It's a little nerve-wracking.
Here comes our own Stoughton City Band. They've been around since 1986.
And I know they've traveled to Norway a few times
Ah.
as the band, yes. I love that the fact that they have quite a range of ages in this band. It's
Yep.
truly a city representation. I think this is a new float for them.
I think so.
Very sharp.
Here's the 2017 Top Scholars from Stoughton High School.
In order to be a top scholar, you have to have a 4.0, which means straight A's for 4 years at Stoughton High School. That's quite an accomplishment.
They're sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration.
Great kids.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive to get that 4.0 for 7 semesters. Next up is Stoughton Wrestling.
So the Stoughton wrestlers have been enjoying years of just outstanding sportsmanship and winning a lot of awards.
They're number 39 nationally ranked. They're Badger South Conference champs and WIAA Division I regional champs. Riding in the truck or car behind are several of the senior wrestlers.
I believe they were state place winners.
Ah. And here come the king and queen.
Oh, Marty Lamers and Jean Lamers. They have been just a delight all week. It's a very busy week for them, of course, but they have had a smile on their face the whole time. They just have a lot of energy. What a nice couple that we have here in town.
Both of them grew up here in Stoughton, and they have done so much.
They graduated high school together. I don't know if you knew that.
That's so cute.
And of course, Marty is the former police chief, and Jean still works at Stoughton Hospital. So.
Well, and he was largely responsible for getting the electric light show that runs during Victorian holiday and all through the holiday season.
He's still quite instrumental in it.
Yep. Get fire department. There's John Boydell playing for the past Kings and Queens float.
Look at that.
They always look so spectacular.
They do. And those bunats are just spectacular.
Here comes the Cole Award teacher. For the Cole Fellowship Award, it's Carrie Reiser.
It's quite an honor to get the Cole
It is.
Fellowship Award. It's a statewide award, and Kari is really deserving of it.
She looks like she's having fun riding in that convertible.
Yep.
Oh, and her driver's all dolled up.
And she's from Fox Prairie, I believe. Yep.
Here's the Wisconsin Freemasons supporting the armed forces personnel. The Freemasons have been a charitable part of the Stoughton community for over 150 years.
New members are always welcome to join the Masons. Just ask any Mason.
And this is the Lodge Master, Joe Mitchell, and his wife, Yvonne Mitchell, riding in that beautiful red convertible. Here comes 96.3 Star Country Radio.
96.3 Star Country has been on air since 2005, playing your favorite country hits. They are Madison's #1 for new country. I believe they've been in the parade for a few years now.
Yep. Oh, and here come the Jolly Giants. They've sent their stilt walkers to hundreds of events and walked thousands of miles over the past 15 years, and they're here today helping us celebrate the Syttende Mai Festival. Always crowd favorites.
How's the weather up there?
They're dressed up as pirates this year. Perhaps in sync with the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Right?
Oh, you can't see it, but there's a little girl running between her legs. That's pretty brave. And you can hear them coming, the Madison pipe and drum. They always join us, and a few of them don Viking helmets for us.
And here we have our Syttende Mai Prince and Princess. The prince this year is Theodore Chose, and our princess is Caitlin Krieger.
They're lucky winners of a drawing. These
Yeah,
kids.
we only draw from third graders, and these two were selected at random. Interestingly, though, Theodore, his grandparents were former king and
Oh.
queen. Yeah. But Caitlin has just been a superb princess, too. Both of them are doing a great job.
She's a doll. She performs at Stoughton Center for the Performing Arts, and I've had a chance to work with her there. Here's the mayor, Donna Olson, in the Wells Fargo wagon.
Just as famous as the Clydesdale
Just
horses.
as famous.
Yes. And they do this every year. And the first year they asked Mayor Donna to sit in the wagon. She goes, I want to be up front where the fun is.
So now we have a whole wagon full of cute kids, too. Here's Black Hawk Community Credit Union. Got a few Vikings in that car.
They've been in Stoughton for, I don't know how many years.
They opened in Janesville in 1965.
They've been in the area for a very long time.
7th anniversary this year in July.
Gotcha. And the branch manager is Sandra Berger.
Yep.
She and her team practice the people helping people approach.
There goes the Gravedigger car. Bubble Buggy sent in the Gravedigger this year. Here comes the Stoughton High School dance team.
The dance team dances primarily at home athletic events, the Stoughton High School functions, competitions, and community events. They host 2 junior dancer clinics throughout the school year. Varsity dance team members help coach the Stoughton Middle School dance team and youth programs. The senior captains are Taylor Buell and Madeline Falk.
I think we might get a little performance here. Yeah, the team was established in 2011 under the direction of Sarah Brodsky. And in 2015, they qualified for the state dance tournament for the first time in the school's history.
In addition to the senior captains, there's the All-American dancers Josie Osselson, Aaron Brodsky, Taylor Buell, Sydney Collins, and Catherine Smith.
You know, our next festival, while we have a tiny little break here coming up, is Coffee Break.
Yes.
Tell me about it, Laura.
So Stoughton is the home of the coffee break because some Norwegian women needed the tobacco sorters needed some help, and they asked the Norwegian to help. But they had never worked out of the home before, so they said the only way they would do it is if they got to go home twice a day to check on the kids and get the next dinner meal ready. So the coffee break was born. So this is going to be the 20th anniversary of the Coffee Break Festival, and it's August 19th this year.
Okay, here's the Milton High School Band. The 130-member Milton High School Marching Band participates in numerous area parades throughout the spring, summer, and fall.
The band is under the leadership of drum majors Lindsay Fanny, Connor Shannon, and Taylor Voss, and it's directed by Mr. Nathan Pierce.
They're playing Summertime by George Gershwin.
This is the 8th year that Milton High School has joined us in the Stoughton Syttende Mai Parade.
They'd like to thank the School District of Milton and Milton Band Boosters for their support of the band program. You know, those band boosters and volunteers are such a critical part of everything that happens in our towns, whether it's organizing the parade or helping the band. This is Always Remembered Flags. Veterans Services, it's a nonprofit group working with veterans, helping to end Wisconsin's homeless veterans.
It has a sign on it, Service to Country, Never Forgotten.
So what happens with Coffee Break?
So we have 6 to 9 roasters sampling coffees, and so people can buy a tasting mug and enjoy coffee all day long. It's a wonderful, fun event. And then there's coffee-related activities too: a bean spit, a 5K. I don't know. After you have coffee, you want to run on a 5K.
Sure, you run it twice as fast.
Right.
Here comes Kicks Unlimited. They're a local studio working with karate kids.
Boy, those kids look like they're having a great time.
They do. Well, another great program for helping kids learn discipline and build mental strength as well as physical strength.
It's becoming very popular, the whole karate discipline.
Yep. We have a lot of terrific programs for kids in Stoughton.
We do. And as you can see, there's quite a few people in this program.
Oh, we're going to get a little demonstration, I think. They're doing a kata series of movements there that are for focus.
They sure got pretty airborne, kicking up pretty high.
And all those parents walking along with them. Again, supporting their kids in these events and activities. It's amazing how much support they provide for groups and organizations. Kicks Unlimited is not just for children either. There are adult programs and groups and classes as well. Here comes King Oscar.
King Oscar Sardines and Seafood has been a sponsor of the festival. This is the 4th year, and they're just a lot of fun. They come from California because that's where their headquarters are, and they're always a little shocked at the unpredictability of the Wisconsin spring.
Oh,
but they've got sardines for anybody who would like to stop by their tent.
I know, it's great.
Yeah, they become an event. People seek them out.
Well, they had keychains and they had some stress balls. These are the Shriners. Shrine Clowns.
I think this might be a new Shriner entry that I haven't seen before.
Yeah. It's the Zor Mountain Boys.
They said that the first clown unit in Shrinerdom?
Shrinedom.
Formed in 1938.
They've been coming to the, they've been supporting Great Shrine Hospitals since 1987. Here's the Haunted Barn. The Haunted Barn is Stoughton's original haunted attraction. It's a picture of full moon over the tree line, silhouetting the old barn on a cool October night as screams fill the autumn sky.
A shiver of excitement and fear races up your spine as you wonder, which one of your worst nightmares will you find hidden within? Oh my goodness.
The Haunted Barn's been scaring it up for the past 13 years, featuring highly detailed scenes, props found nowhere else, and the best actors in the Madison area. We got a lot of zombies out there today, I think.
The owners of the Haunted Barn are excited to announce the reopening of their Woods and Trail for the 2017 haunt season.
Called the Wicked Woods.
That sounds fun.
Here's a car advertising the coffee break.
As I said, it's the 20th anniversary of the coffee break, and the car show is going to have a parade through town at the end of the festival.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, yeah.
I love looking at those old cars, and I don't always get down there. So it's great to know they're going to bring the cars to me now.
Exactly. Yeah. Joe Conant is the lead truck here. He is also one of the organizers and a great supporter of the festival.
Oh, and it's a beautiful old truck behind. A couple of other great old cars.
And boy, do people get proud of their cars. They put so much work into them.
All polished up.
All polished up.
It's the theme of the parade. Oh, look at this one.
So classic. I'll tell you that if it was raining, I bet we wouldn't see this car today.
That is a beauty.
Yep.
Oh, and a couple of hot rods right behind it.
Are those muscle cars?
Muscle cars, you're probably right.
Yep.
My husband would know exactly which ones they were and how much engine they have. I just know they go vroom.
And they're fun to look at.
And they're fun to look at. It's a big unit. Here comes the Waterloo High School Marching Band. Waterloo High School Band is comprised of 60 students in grades 9 through 12. The director is Chris Powers, and the senior drum majors are Megan Springer and Carly Tesmer.
They've been here for quite a few directors. That means that it's been going on for years, that they've coming to the Syttende Mai Parade. It's fun for the bands to come to this because it's the first parade of the season almost anywhere in the area. So it gets to test their mettle.
Playing Proud Mary. Here's KG and the Ranger. It's a husband and wife duo from Madison, performing together since 1989. They have an award-winning cowboy music show, and they perform at festivals and events nationwide.
It's a small covered wagon pulled by an armadillo with 8 feet tall stilt-walking cowboy doing rope tricks and riding a giant stick horse.
Crowd's loving that. He does rope tricks all the way down Main Street.
Keep in order.
Here come the Madison Packer Backers. This is a group of over 400 members of all ages. They take 2 buses to all home Packers games, and they have an event featuring a player this year.
And all of the money that they raise as an organization on their bus trips goes to Rawhide Boys Group.
Oh, that's lovely. They were founded in 1965. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary this June. They always get the crowd stirred up.
Yeah, it's not hard to get people to cheer for the Green Bay Packers.
And that's true not just in Wisconsin.
True.
Here's Stoughton Special Olympics. Started the agency in 2005 with 5 athletes, and now they have more than 30. It's a sports organization for people with intellectual disabilities.
People First is an international movement with local chapters across the country made up of people with disabilities that are known as self-advocates. People with disabilities are, first and foremost, people who have individual abilities, interests, and needs. About 54 million Americans, 1 out of every 5 individuals, has a disability. Their contributions enrich our communities and society as they live, work, and share their lives.
It's their mission to promote community inclusion with a strong sense of belonging for all. Their athletes compete in track and field, bocce, bowling, basketball, both team and swimming, as well as competing at area, regional, and state level competitions.
Looks like they're enjoying being in the parade. It looks like we got Gemütlichkeit days.
Gemütlichkeit days, indeed.
God bless you.
This unit is our Mayor's Award winner from the judges for the best entry from other festivals and events? Mountain Hike always comes down to help us celebrate Syttende Mai.
This year riding are the 2017 King and Queen, who will reign over this year's festival in Jefferson.
Right, it's a festival celebrating Jefferson's German heritage. It'll be held September 15, 16, and 17 at the Jefferson County Fair Park.
I've heard a lot of people say that they have both Norwegian and German heritage.
Pretty common in Wisconsin,
Yep.
I think. Well, our St. Vinny's had a whole window display of Lederhosen, so they would have been all set for Gemütlichkeit
Correct,
days.
right. That must be fun to see driving on the interstate to get here.
Yes. Here comes Stoughton Hospital. We're so lucky to have a hospital here in Stoughton.
It's really a defining element of our town. Here comes the theme, Health Care from the Heart, a recognition to all hospital employees following up on National Hospital Week, which was May 13th, 7th through the 13th.
Stoughton Hospital just had a grand opening to showcase the improvements and renovations of the hospital, a redesign of the emergency, urgent care, lab, registration, clinic space, and surgical services department.
It is a great new space, but what's even better is that you still have that personalized quality care that makes you feel special. Health care from the heart.
It looks like they're passing out heart sunglasses to the crowd. Thanks to all the healthcare workers that provide healthcare from the heart, and to Stoughton Hospital for providing trusted care so close to home. It's a great facility if you ever need it.
And here we are, Evansville High School Band, just down the road.
It's the Evansville High School Band, led by drum majors Sydney Michael and Brenna Weiser and director Amanda Schneiderman. Oh, this is the Edgerton Band.
Excuse us. And they're doing a great job. Do you recognize the tune, Mary Carol?
What were they playing?
Next, we have the Remax Preferred Pure Integrity Homes entry. It's the bottom of a hot air balloon.
Oh, that's cool.
Or warm.
Ah.
I know that Natalie Fisher, Remax agent, was very excited to have this as part of our parade. The Remax team, as you can see, has a hot air balloon as their
Sure.
logo.
And I guess you can't drag a hot air balloon through a parade.
That would be difficult.
Oh.
And whoever that young boy is that gets to do that, I bet he's pretty excited about that.
That he is. They look like they're having a good time. Boy, you can almost feel the heat from here.
Almost.
This is Miss Wisconsin. A native of Manitowoc, Wisconsin, Courtney won the title of Miss Wisconsin 2016 as Miss Green Bay Area 2016. She's a 2012 graduate of Lincoln High School and a 2016 graduate of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where she received a Bachelor's of Arts in Communication.
During her year as Miss Wisconsin, Courtney will travel thousands of miles across the state promoting her platform, Open Books, Open Opportunity, promoting literacy in our communities.
Her platform has three key pillars: generating a love of reading and teaching its value, providing access to books and resources, and supporting literacy programs for all ages.
This is the first time I've seen the convertible being pulled. It
Must
does
be
make
a
her easier
brand
to
new
see.
one,
Yeah,
so you don't
maybe.
put any miles on it. Courtney's always had a passion for dance and performing on stage.
Next we have SGR Racing. I'm sure it probably races in the area on probably at the Madison International Speedway, Madison's fastest half mile.
St. Vincent de Paul is up next.
Helping our neighbors in need.
We have a great St. Vinny's store here.
We do, and they do great works in the community.
They're always there for you when you really need them.
Yep.
Mount Horeb, Sons of Norway Venelog Lodge in Mount Horeb.
The members of their lodge and guests will don bunads and other Norse garb to celebrate the largest and best showcase of their Norwegian American culture.
Originally built for the Norseman restaurant in Argyle, Wisconsin, their float has seen recent improvements and received new shields in 2015.
Very impressive.
Here comes the Wacky Wheeler.
It is the world's only Wacky Wheeler. And he's pleased to be with us today with his zany antics and one-of-a-kind super loop of destiny.
He's a crowd favorite wherever he goes. He's been rolling around in one city or another for the past 15 years, rotating hundreds of miles and over 700 parades, but never actually getting anywhere.
And he is from Madison originally.
The wheel itself is 4 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and weighs 300 pounds.
It's equipped with 12 horns, 8 bells, and 2 water bottles just in case.
Before Melvin was a wacky wheeler, he performed as a skateboarder, trapeze artist, stilt walker, and pogo stick expert.
I'd say he has a pretty good sense of balance.
Yeah. It always looks like it would be fun.
I hear the crowd. He's a showman.
He is, and it's clear that he loves what he does.
Yep.
700 parades.
And now we have the Cambridge High School band.
It's their 9th year in our parade, and they're proud to represent the community of Cambridge. There's 70 people in that band, ages 14 through 18. I just don't want to be the guy in the front that has to march backwards the whole way, or gal.
While keeping time.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough working those flags in this wind.
Yeah. Next, we have the Viking Snowdrifters. They do a lot of work grooming the trails and getting things ready for people to enjoy a very popular Wisconsin pastime.
They were established in 1969, and they're one of the oldest clubs in the state of Wisconsin. They're made up of 60 to 70 local families, and they're located in the southeast region of Dane County with 35.3 miles of funded trails.
And they brought with them the equipment that they use to groom the trails.
Yep, and snowmobiles. They got a whole bunch of people. Now, those people are equipped no matter what the weather is.
That's true.
Miss Snowflake is riding on their float, too. I didn't know there was a Miss Snowflake.
Now you do. I know a lot of people make it a very family sport.
Yep.
And many members of their family enjoy snowmobiling. We have such beautiful farmland around, and a lot of the trails go through farms.
Yep. Well, it's a great way to get around in the winter in Wisconsin, that's for sure.
It's nice to see people enjoying all of the seasons in Wisconsin.
Here's Raise the Flag.
It's a program. It's through Thrivent Financial here in Stoughton. It's a citywide community effort sponsored by Thrivent Financial to raise funds for ongoing maintenance of the Stoughton area Veterans Memorial Park and various service groups that install the flags. This innovative program will place a beautiful 3x5 American flag that is made in the USA with each participant's yard 5 times a year. The flags will be installed no later than 8 a.m. and will be taken down by dusk on the following celebration days: Memorial Day, Flag Day, Independence Day, Patriot Day, which is 9/11, and Veterans Day.
Here come the Stoughton Norwegian dancers. Always another crowd favorite.
They're very busy during the weekend. They perform numerous times at the community building. They do one on outdoor performance. Today they will end their day with their final performance of the year.
They won the Judges Norwegian Heritage Award this year as for the best interpretation of Norwegian heritage. Stoughton Gymnastics is here. Got a wagon loaded up with gymnasts.
I know they're enjoying their new location out in the North Industrial Park.
This is the first year they've had a team with 2 state champions and many state place winners. 10 qualified for nationals, and there are 20 girls on the team.
And coming down the road, we have Magic 98, another radio station that's a favorite in the area.
Riding in the unit is Ginger Martin and her dog Truman. This is their second year in the Syttende Mai Parade.
is the little car with them?
I think the little car is the Hillbilly Car and Lightning McQueen.
Ah,
For the kids who like the Cars movies.
yes. It's nice to see a radio station representation because we hear them all the time,
Right.
and so it's nice to kind of put some physical things together
Yeah.
with it. And here's the hillbilly car and Lightning McQueen. I think it's a juxtaposition. A speed racer and a hillbilly slow vehicle.
Looks like he's having fun driving that little
Yeah.
racer.
I think a lot of the kids in the audience are jealous.
I'll bet they are. Here's the Lodi Middle School Band, directed by Leonard Wilkos. The band is comprised of 110 7th and 8th graders.
They're going to be performing Do You Love Me by the group Contours from 1962. And the Lodi Band is marching in front of Livsreisa, our Norwegian Heritage Museum.
Here come the local Girl Scouts. They're the winners of the Children's Theme Award from our judges today for the best representation of a local kids group.
The Girl Scouts is a nonprofit organization for girls aged 5 through 18. Girl Scouting builds girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place.
The Girl Scouts were founded in 1912 by Julia Gordon Lowe with 18 girls to talk about outdoors and educational programs. Girl Scout alumni include Taylor Swift, Tammy Baldwin, Hillary Clinton, Laura Bush, Katie Couric, Mary Tyler Moore, and Janet Evans.
And me.
And me. You can't be a girl without being a Girl Scout, hardly.
And here we have the Cripple Creek Cloggers. And the Cripple Creek Cloggers this year won the Entertainment Award for the Best Sound Music Entertainment entry.
They've been dancing since 1982. Dancers ranging from ages 8 to 80. They love doing parades and shows whenever they can. Again, they're always a crowd favorite.
You know, what they do is amazing, but to do it on a moving truck is even more. And next we have the Stoughton Lacrosse.
Stoughton Lacrosse players are players from...
are part of the U11, U13, and U15 in the high school teams.
The high school teams had great success. They received second place honors at state the last 3 years and have been conference champions for the last 3 years.
The sport is becoming very popular, and of course it has its origins in the Native American sport of lacrosse.
Here's the Kagansa Hustlers 4-H float. Kagansa Hustlers 4-H Club meets the first Monday of the month at Covenant Lutheran Church. It's the longest ongoing 4-H club in Dane County.
And they encourage people to join. You learn not only about farming, but many other areas of interest. So people, even if they're not on a farm, might want to look into joining the 4-H.
Here's Rutland 4-H Club.
Boy, is that an impressive piece of equipment they've got there.
That is. Here's First Choice Dental.
As much as we love, as much as they love to do what they do as dentists in the medicine area, life is more than providing patients with exceptional dental care. You'll see First Choice Dental at the soccer field, at the grocery store, at the Badger game because they live, work, and play in our neighborhood. They have a new building going up on the west side of town, and they're going to be very excited to be part of the community.
Right, they say they proudly support more than 25 Madison and Greater Madison area organizations, including Lily's Fund, the American Cancer Society, American Diabetes Association, UW Badger Athletics, and the local chambers of commerce.
As well as their youth sports teams and local schools and other neighborhood and community organizations. It's important to First Choice Dental at, it, since Greater Madison is their patient's backyard and their backyard too.
Here comes two men and a truck. Two men in a truck has been serving the Madison area for 24 years.
They're an active member in the community, donating nearly 1.5 million since their inception. You sure do see the trucks around a lot.
You do. It's a great thing to have help when you're moving like that.
Yes.
Oh.
And next we have a visiting dignitary from Norway, Torvild Sveen.
Along with Jerry Grittenholm
From the Bryant Foundation.
From the Bryant Foundation.
Torvild is from Gjøvik, which is our sister city in Norway. And so it's a pleasure to have him here. He was here 2 years ago to help us open Livsreisa. And he's back again enjoying our version of the Syttende Mai celebration.
Madison Speedway Flea Market. It's a brand new flea market that will happen May 17th to October 15th. I think it's every other Saturday in that time period. And that's the end of the Syttende Mai 2017 parade.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. The Stoughton Chamber of Commerce is thrilled to be able to organize this festival for the community, and we are touched every year by how many people it takes to put this on. And as you can see by the groups represented in the parade, it's a great place for us to showcase what we have going on here in Stoughton.
Enormous thanks to all the volunteers that make this happen. And we invite you all to join us next year for the 2018 Syttende Mai celebration.
With lots of sunshine.
Lots of sunshine and cream puffs.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.